Do, do, do. Welcome back, everybody. I haven't done a live stream ever since May, but I'm hoping everyone else is having a great time and good day. I just made that up, by the way. That's the intro I'm gonna use, and I decided to add in something, an introduction to the video live stream. We'll be talking about different things, all pertaining to the channel and some other things, and I have the world uh, thumbnail for this video, for this stream slash replay. So hopefully everyone's doing a-okay today for what it is. And I did remember to put this on landscape, not on portrait. I was like, oh yes, I gotta rotate the camera. I gotta rotate it and make sure that's going well. So yes, hopefully everyone's doing well today. I'm kind of glad I decided actually to do this live stream. Well, for multiple reasons. I need to watch time ahead. The app I've been using for streaming has there's a new update that's taking effect by July 28th of 2025. So we'll see how it all pans out. Let's see. I'll probably try to stream at that time, after that time, and see if I notice any different. This app I've been using for the live streams lately, the Prism Live app, there's supposed to be a premium service package available. We'll see. It says the core aspects, the core things are supposed to be free still. We'll see. We'll see how much, see if it affects anything I do, anyways, on this channel. So, like I said, hopefully everyone's doing well today. I gotta tighten up my camera here. Let me tighten up my camera here. All right. So while I wait for some people to drop in, like I said, hopefully everyone's doing well today. This will be like kind of all over the place. Some content creation type of things, some prepping type of things, preparedness type of things. All those categories, all in one. That's the things I do on this channel, amongst some other things I do on the channel. So Lee, I see you in there. Let me just highlight that. See? Highlight that on the screen. Let's just put that right there for a moment. Uncle Al, I see you in there. Hopefully you're doing well. I see you in there. So, yeah, hopefully everyone's doing well. If you're getting sun, hopefully you're getting some rain. If you're getting too much sun, hopefully you'll get some rain and some coolness too. Hopefully you'll get a nice balance. At least for me, I've been getting some of it out here, out west here, where I am anyways. I know out east, there's been, well, or if it's still not ended, probably still going on, but, you know, that heat dome, heat wave out east, and such. So the northeast states for you guys in the U.S., you guys and gals in the U.S., and southern Quebec. So I'm pretty sure it would have affected like Windsor, Toronto, probably Ottawa, Montreal, and stuff like that. I know the daytime highs were in that 90 Fahrenheit plus range, 32 plus Celsius. So it's quite hot for for this time of year. I remember technically it was still June, not July or August, but June. Like we just passed by the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. So I've been quite lucky out here. We've been getting a nice balance of rain and some sunshine. And sometimes I'm getting like sun showers, and sometimes I'm getting like sun in the afternoon, rain in the evening, or sunshine in the morning, afternoon cloudiness that leads to a brief period of time, like 20 minutes of showers. Then the sun comes back out. I'm like, oh, nice. I'll get the water in the ground for the soil, for the plants, like my sunflowers, amongst some other plants that I have, or the lilies. If you haven't checked out that last video I did last week, all right, you can check out that one. It might sprout your interest. So the plants can get both some rainwater to drink, and some sunshine to do that photosynthesis type of thing that they do. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, I saw that video from you. Yeah, you've been using that. Yeah. I mean, at least it would keep it dry. You know, if there's some air in it, then it would at least float on top of water, right? And such. Not too difficult to pack. You know, put it in a side pocket or in a pocket of a bag or a backpack or something like that. Maybe use it in one of those food bags. You know, I'm still working. I'm still working on that food bag. By the way, Uncle Al. Ever since you did that video a couple years back on it, I made a version of one. I mean, yeah, since it's food, it's a consumable, so it's always gonna be in, altered or in flux. So that's why I haven't shown it yet, because I'm actually using it in terms of like putting certain little things in there, and I'm rotating it out, right? And hopefully not to keep all my eggs in one basket, as they say. So I'm working on that. I've been updating it. I mean, it's not that big. It's not like the one that you showed that was like a what suitcase or whatever, right? It's not that big. So, but I also received the quote unquote container for free from someone, so I'm using what I got. I mean, it even has a bottle of water in it. So if I gotta grab it and go or whatever, at least there's something to start with. You know, at least a day's worth. You know, so that's something. At least that'll buy me some time. First 24 hours or whatever, right? You know, obviously, in a jam, I would probably bring more than that. You know, that wouldn't be the only thing I have, but it's a good start. It's a good start, and it would work with everything else I currently have. So, with their contingencies and supplies and such, I have for it. Yes, I remember that post from you, Uncle Al, since you tagged me in it. I do look at it. At least the words, anyway. Sometimes the videos, I haven't seen all the videos sometimes, but just like I've said to everyone else at times, you know, I've been a little bit busy at times. Doing some preparedness stuff, obviously. And obviously some content creation type of things. I just recently on my other social media platforms just released a different shorter video type of thing. So you can go check those out if you're following me over on those over on those apps sites and such. So you can follow me over there. And there's different point of view on something I've shown already, but you know, and speaking of content creation, I actually have I made another video today. Because I was looking at my analytics and it says, you've only made 3 videos this month. Well, now it's 4, but that's because the content you guys have been seeing in the last several weeks, more or less, has been post dated for quite a long time. Been scheduled on the channel for weeks, if not months at times. Now, there is certain times where I will actually post the same video, make a video and post it and have it be public on the same day. But that's not usually the case. Sometimes it's what you're gonna see is something posted. Even my last video was like 2 weeks ago. My last video from last week, if you haven't checked that out, you know, that was, you know, a video that was like 2.5 months in the works, alright? It took me that long just because I had to show the beginning all the way to, well, the flowering stage and went from there. Okay, I see you, Uncle. Yeah, I appreciate that. So yeah, so I've been working on content like that. I do have very specific things that are on the channel right now. They're scheduled right now. Like I get, well, obviously I got a video coming up for tomorrow, Friday, for TGIF. But I also have videos for July, August, and for parts of September already. I'm working on it. And everyone's like, wow, you get videos that far in advance, CR? I'm like, yeah, actually, I kind of have to. Because some of these videos I want to do, I gotta wait for them because I gotta wait for real time to happen. I actually have to wait for something to grow. I mean, I can't really show you guys an update on the sunflower if it hasn't grown yet. I can't show you guys, you folks out there, the flowering stage of it when it hasn't even flowered yet, technically, right? So I have to wait for those kind of things. So the schedule is always gonna be in flux, and of course I reserve the right to alter the schedule, right? But that's why I have them out. All right, so I can rearrange the videos as I see fit for what it is, for what's going on and stuff like that. I mean, like, currently tomorrow's video, Friday's video, the 27th of this month, June. That's a video that I did like months ago. A little something. And the footage is like from like last year. Technically. I was meaning to put this out for a while, and I think now would be a good time with all that heat going around. So, something very important. And it's a fun video for me. It was a fun video for me to make, but the message in there is still important. So, I just wanted to make it both educational in nature, but kind of entertaining, and not just me saying words, but kind of giving it a little bit more excitement, a little bit more emphasis, a little bit more pizzazz, as they say, right? Oh, actually, Uncle, currently, there's at least 2 shorts. Yes, there's at least 2. Oh, and by the way, I got one for Canada Day. Originally, now I said earlier I was gonna do something for Canada Day. Originally, there was gonna be a long form content, like a standard video, but I've decided to wait on that. I'll put out this shorts instead of something else instead. It'll work in the same way. I think I'll just delay that video till next year. I'll post it for next year instead. And technically, I haven't actually started it. So, like, yeah. Because I was just like, I could squeeze that in, but then the shorts, then I'm like, you know what? I'll just squeeze in the shorts. The video, I can wait a little bit longer. I'll shoot it later in the year, and I'll post it next year. Whatever, I'll just reschedule it. There's still some time on it. And besides, I'm still thinking on how I want to create it. So, yeah, eventually stay tuned for something like that. If you remember, if you're watching this on the replay or listening to me right now on the live stream well, yeah, you'll have to wait for that. I still haven't even started it, let alone record or edit or upload or do any of it. It's Sunflower and Iron Fire Horse. Hello, both of you. I see Iron Fire Horse got my memo. You got my memo, hey, Iron Fire Horse? I sent you a memo. I didn't send you a memo, Sunflower, but it's great to see you, too. Hopefully you're doing well. I haven't heard from you for a while. I tried to message you. I haven't received anything back. But this is the next best thing. Yes, and she did. See? It works. See? Personal notifications or memos to people work. Prime example right there. Right before I started this stream, I gotta send a link to Iron Fires and be like, here's the link. Join me if you can. Like, literally, that's what I said. Literally copy and paste. Join me if you can. So, and here we are. 15 minutes into the stream right now. Plus 3, 4, 5 seconds now. And just rambling. For that. So, yeah. So, like I said, I've been working on these videos for a bit now. Like, hell, I got a video later in the year. I don't know. I think it's currently scheduled for either late July or early August. That's a video I recorded back last year. I just been waiting to post. It's been scheduled for a while. I just postponed the scheduling date of it. Trying to fit in a better not time slot, better time of year slot. Yeah, time of year slot. So it has, well, once you see it, you'll be like, oh yeah, yeah. Because I was originally going to post it earlier in the year, but I decided to wait for two reasons. Because it was more applicable if I waited, and I had other content earlier in the year that needed to be posted and public right away, like some of the winter type of videos. Yeah, I know, I can't believe I'm saying that. It's like, what, 25, 24, 25, 75 Fahrenheit outside right now. I'm just sitting in the shade, obviously, and not in direct sun. It's midday. It's sunny out. There's a mix of sun and cloud. It's generally mostly, mainly sunny, I guess, or a mix of sun and cloud. I mean, I could see the clouds. I mean, there's some darker spots in the cloud, but also I could see the blue in the sky, too. So, yeah. Do an everyday EDC Pokédom. Well, that might be the key to some content there, Uncle Al. Did I just say that? Yeah, I just said that. I've decided to add in some little bit of humor in every so often. Right? So if you're watching the videos or whatever and get a smile, then it was well worth it, right? Well, and Sunflower saying hi, and of course Iron Fire Horse is saying hi to Uncle Al, and all that good stuff. So yeah. Out. 35. Remember, 35 Celsius is 95 Fahrenheit for you folks in the U.S. And 16 Celsius is 60 Fahrenheit, by the way. And 104 is 40 Celsius. So, no one needs to like leave this page, leave the tab to go do the conversion. I've already done it for you folks, so you can get a sense of it. Well, I've seen that temperature drop or rise before Iron Fire Horse. I've seen it myself, right? Especially if there's either a warm front or a cold front or a high pressure system building it. You know, one or the other. You know, either up or down, rise or fall. Or one of those reverse warming trends where, you know, it's warmer in the morning than in the afternoon. Yeah, I've seen those before too. I mean, I've seen the temperature rise. Over the winter time, I saw the temperature rise like 20 Celsius in like 36 hours. Where it's just rising, right? Because there's a low pressure system or updraft of warm southern air from the U.S. during the winter. Right? So I've seen how... Yeah, exactly. Because you're gonna get more acclimatized or used to it again, right? You've been used to days or weeks of this, and then it changes out, right? Then you realize from shorts to like jackets, or from like jackets to shorts, or something like that, right? Or long sleeve shirts or something like that, loose fitting clothing and stuff like that. So yeah. And yeah, well, you're gonna get the heat again. So, but yeah, it's nice to see you, Sunflower. We're gonna chat again, Sunflower, one of these days, whenever possible. I know I mean, I'm not gonna say what we talk about, but I've talked to other people here at times, backstage, you know, on a private message or whatever, right? So it's nice to do that every so often. You know, it's not as strict or as confining as the live streams, right? Because you know, sometimes you don't say everything right in a public space. You know what I mean? Like if you go to a coffee shop or whatever, like for me, if I go to a Tim Hortons or whatever, whatever kind of coffee place, have a coffee, right? Yeah, there's certain little things I don't say out loud. You whisper it, kind of deal, right? It's just the way it is. And just like in the real world, I kind of do that in the virtual environment too, right? So I don't mention everything on these live streams, right? Clearly not, because some things are on a need to know basis. So yeah. Yeah, okay, Sunflower. Yeah. So what else has been up with me? Well, there is gonna be a lot of videos, which currently includes tomorrow's video, Friday's video, the 27th, 27th of June. And there are a lot of these videos are gonna have one common denominator. Now I won't say what the denominator is, but well, you'll notice it. You'll notice it in the next several weeks or months of videos. You'll notice a common denominator in there. I had this let's just say at times Mother Nature or some other things where I'm at or whatever, these videos just kind of drop in my lap as a content creator. I'm like, oh, look at that, right? Like there was this time that I didn't even make a video for like 2 weeks, right? Then suddenly one day I'm making like 2 videos. Like, of course they're already out, they're scheduled in advance now, right? But that's because the videos sometimes just drop in my lap, which is nice because then I can have content, right? Have a buffer zone of content that I can use in, excuse me, use in advance to, have content in advance, right? Because unfortunately, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately, but because of a real thing called, I don't know how the plants are going to grow and I have to wait for them to grow. Those videos, yeah, most likely I'll be able to do them, right? But they're not a guarantee. Technically, they're not a guarantee of a video, right? Because I haven't shot the content, let alone edit or upload it, right? So if those kind of not happen for some reason, at least I still have some other content that I can have. But because I have the content, if I have some sort of gardening video for later in the season, because I'm still waiting for it to sprout and grow and all that stuff, I'll be able to put that into the mix of the content and, rearrange the schedule and go from there, right? I mean, like, Sunflower is familiar with this one video I did earlier in the year that I was supposed to have it for the beginning of the year. I didn't even show it until, like, March. Yeah, March. I'm pretty sure it was March. Late March. That's because I had other videos that were like, oh, I need to prioritize those first, right? Chime it in for the season. Well, I still have time for it before the seasonal change. At that time, from winter to springtime, and obviously now we're in summer now officially. All right. See you, Uncle Al. Take care. Safe travels. Yeah. So yeah. Like I said, that kind of content just I have to set it up and all that stuff. But because now I have content in advance, I can take the time to set up this content and stuff like that. So, because lately I've been noticing the benefits of scheduling as a content creator and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, I kind of like it. Especially, and it helps when videos literally drop into my lap. For whatever the reason is, because it's necessary, needed to be done. Mother Nature offers a video for me or whatever, right? Or something like a repair or something has to be created right there and now. Well, that gives me a chance to record it, take the time to settle it down and kind of fine tune it, right? Without the quote unquote rush of producing the content, right? As much as I can, right? So it's been nice. Oh, look. I see a little birdie. It's off in the distance, so camera won't be able to pick it up, but I can see it. It's just like, it's small, fits in the palm of your hand, and just on the grass, just looking for something, obviously bugs or whatever it is that it does, and just it's just like jumping. That little birds that jump, right? That little hop that they do, right? Oh, no, it went away. I think it flew away. Yeah. So yeah, that's what's been up with me for the last little bit of time. I'm hoping to drop a few more gardening type of videos. I'm trying to see how I want to present it. A nice, interesting type of way amongst some other things here. I'll get it done. I mean, my stuff is growing. Like I said, we've been getting rain here, and today is sunny. So, like, I always say about this balance thing, and like, yeah, because, things tend to grow better, right? With the balance of some rain and some sunshine. Let's see if I can show this here. See? Look at the sky. See? Cloudy breaks and some sunshine. Sun's right about right there. Yeah. So it's nice. So the plants don't get too hot, or the soil doesn't get too hot or too dry. But there's still moisture in the ground because I'm able to use rainwater and stuff like that to, water the plants and all that stuff and just get it done. So it's been nice. As I have you guys on my tripod, little tripod stand right here. That way I don't have to hold the phone. I remember, because it was funny, in the video I just made earlier, I was outside, so I had the stand out here already. I'm like, oh, you know what, I'll do a live stream. I was just looking back, I'm like, I haven't done a live stream all month. I was originally going to do one, like, I think it was on Sunday I was considering, but I changed my mind. But I'm like, today, I'm like, you know what, why not? I already made a video. I'm just waiting for something to work its way through, and just waiting for something. I'm like, yeah, you know what, why not? Have some people chime in, reconnect with you folks out there, share a couple of things along the way and all that stuff. Why not? Why not, right? So yeah, it's been nice. So like I said, it's been nice out west here. Early, I mean, at least for me around here, right? Earlier back last month, there was some haze, air quality due to some of the forest fires in the province, and drifting around and all that stuff. But places in out west here have gotten some rain, so it's eased it down and stuff like that. And the sun's coming back out. See? Sun's coming back out, everyone. Look, the sun's coming back out. Look how sunny it is now. Which means the solar stuff's been charged up. The green plants, the green leaves can do that photosynthesis type of thing. Yeah, that's all good, Iron Firehorse. Don't let me distract you. Just keep driving straight, unless you have to turn left or right. I do appreciate you dropping by during my little break time here. Literally, it's a break time that I'm having here. Yeah, see, now the cloud's done cloud back over again, see? And all that stuff. So, yes. Just sharing some of the time, the day today. So nice though. Feels like I've been outside like every single day. Because that's one thing. I'm just gonna temporarily show off the video camera, the footage for a minute. Because I'm not really showing anything except for grass. It's not like the grass is just moving. It's not even moving because there's not much of a wind right now. But you know, I've noticed there's always two things about summer. Generally speaking, is that if it's really hot out or if it's really smoky or hazy out, people don't have the tendency to want to go outside. And if they do, it's for a certain reason. And if it's in the heat or whatever, you're by a body of water of some sort, right? Or some sort of quote unquote water park, or by the beach, or by a lake, or you're on a canoe, or you're fishing on the lake, so you get that cooling effect, right? You know, or you're shopping inside, doing that shopping, grocery shopping, whatever, in a store, supermarket, whatever, right? Stuff like that. And if it's smoky outside at night, you don't want to go outside, right? Air quality stuff and all that stuff, right? I mean, yeah, there's a hardcore people out there now go out regardless because they have to, right? It's part of their job, construction, whatever, right? Are they gonna do that kind of stuff outside, right? You know, obviously, if it's hot out, water, right? Drink, soak your hand, wet your face, wash your face with, right? Keep cool, keep your neck nice and cool and stuff like that, right? You know, even if it's as simple as this. Hey, I can actually see it on camera. I better not waste this water. And yeah, even as something as simple as that, all right, can help. Because you don't want to be thinking to yourself, oh, I really miss my water. Oh, I mean, miss my water. Sorry. I was just looking at the spray bottle. It's the wrong word just sprayed out of my mouth. That was probably so lame right there. Everyone's probably like, see, that was lame. I'm like, yeah, I know. Whatever. It's my show. It's my show. Yeah, straight into the building. Critter. LOL. Not even feet first, head first, right? I'm far first, yeah. So that's why I'm just like. That's why it's been nice. After this haze disappeared earlier in the month, I was just like, this movie's been quite well, actually. At least for me around here, we're on par for the typical rainfall for the month. So, very slightly less, but technically the month hasn't ended yet, so we're probably right on par for it. So, kind of grateful for that, right? For a lot of reasons, right? I got some rainwater. Helps with the fires, the haze in the sky, and all that. The fires, the forest fires, and the haze in the sky, the smoke in the sky, right? Cuts down on the pollen drifting around, right, and stuff like that. So, I know people have allergies or whatever, right? I'm no exception to a certain degree, right? Hay fever, whatever, right? But it's been nice. I can breathe easy, and it smells nice outside, relatively speaking. And I can tell a lot of people are trying to get a lot of things done. I noticed that, because back during this haze, we were having higher temperatures too at that time. But since we've had this kind of more moderate, balanced kind of trend for the last little bit, right? Where we're getting sun, cloud, rain, sunshine, and stuff like that at different times, right? Like I said earlier, sometimes sunshine in the morning, afternoon cloudiness in the showers, then back into sunshine in the evening, or rain periods of rain in the morning, and then the sun starts to break out more for sunny breaks. or extended periods of for extended periods of time where it's just like 20, 30, even an hour of full sunny break, where full sunshine. I'm talking about like where you can do solar ignition, and obviously solar panels and solar energy can be gathered and all that stuff, right? You know, to be used, you know, regardless if it's tied into the grid through solar panels or more independent into a battery or into like solar lights, solar garden lights, floodlights, and stuff like that, right? So it's nice. It's nice. It's a good balance of both, and I always appreciate that kind of stuff. That's for sure. Man, you're getting a little bit of rain on your farmers, yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully you'll accumulate to something, right? Hopefully you'll get enough, well, enough of it, right? As much as possible. Yeah. Because it's kind of different. If it rains for days and days, right? You know, it's like kind of, you know, you don't want to go outside. You always got to wear a rain jacket or whatever. You haven't seen the sun for days and days. But then on the opposite side, the extreme, you know, you get days and days of sunshine and heat, right? And then you're like, I wish it would rain. So, you know, I've been quite fortunate to have a balance of sunshine and some rain. At least this time of year. I mean, July after Canada Day, August, we'll see. We'll see how that all plays out. It's supposed to be, well, raise above seasonal this upcoming week, next week, and such. We'll see how it turns out. Although I am still seeing some rain forecast anyways, so we'll see how it all pans out. If it kind of sticks around like this for a bit, I can get a lot done. The plants will enjoy it. I'll enjoy it. Right? It'll be nice. Generally speaking, right? Maybe not exactly ideal for plants that like hotter climate, hotter weather conditions, right? You know, if you grow peppers or whatever, right? But it'll be good enough for most plants, generally speaking, you know. The sunflowers will enjoy some sunshine. And the tomatoes that I'm growing won't have wet feet continuously from days and days and days and days of rain, right? There'll be some sunshine to dry it out a tad, and give some energy into that system for them, and go from there. Because it's nice when things like that happen. Hold on a sec, I gotta sneeze. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. But yeah, it's nice to be able to get stuff like that happening. So I make sure, yeah, I'm still good. So I'm just partially in the shade. I'm wearing a hat. The sun's, well, obviously heading west. Obviously, it's tracking west. Obviously, we all know that. You know, I could see some of my plants outside here, among some other plants I have. I think I hear a crow in the distance. People outside working with power tools, probably doing some sort of landscaping, crafting type of thing. Pretty sure, right? You know? Because at least, you know, with this kind of sunshine or whether the landscapers can do their thing, right? Because if you have days and days of rain, right? You know, it's a write-off for, well, you're rained out for the day or whatever, right? So, being, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if you cut grass for a living or whatever, right? You ain't doing that when it's raining, right? It's gotta be, well, dry, right? Maybe not necessarily sunny, but it's gotta be not raining, right? Stuff like that. Give me 1 sec. I gotta move some stuff. I'm trying to move my camera back in the shade here. Hold on. Okay. There we go. sit in the shade and, well, put my camera in the shade. Make sure my phone's still charging. And it's at 70%. It should be good. Should still be charging. Yeah, it's still charging. And I have my display all the way up. Make sure my phone doesn't overheat, of all things. Even though it's not hot out, it is possible if I set it in the sun for long periods of time, right? And since I'm streaming, I'm using processing power and all that stuff, right? So try to keep my phone nice and cool so I don't overheat it and have to like restart or like temporarily pause the stream. I'm trying to avoid that too. So let's see where I'm at here. Alright, it's about 1/2 right now. I know I'll go probably till the top hour, most likely. At least to the hour mark, if not anything else. You know, I'll probably relax after, go back inside, get some water in me, or get some drinks and some electrolytes type of drinks or whatever, coffee or whatever, something in me. Keep doing some stuff. Maybe consider the next content creation type of video that I'm gonna do. Among some other things, you know. Get some more things done. Like I said, I'm just sitting in the shade and an overhang that's got some shade. And there's a slight breeze going by, so it doesn't feel so bad. I mean, I think it's like maybe 75 Fahrenheit, 24 Celsius, give or take. It seems like it. I haven't actually checked. I'm pretty sure it is. So. Now, there's something I've been working on for the last couple of days anyways. Seen some videos on it. You know, it's not that I never considered it, I just never really, like, officially wrote it down. Let's just say. It was always, like, in my mind of certain things, but I've been trying to consider a few things, especially with things going down in the world, in the country, well, literally on the continent right now, you know. It's just stuff going down, right? And like reconsidering my preparedness aspect of the channel and, well, real life too, right? So I'm trying to get that kind of settled down, but I'm working it in. I don't know. We'll see if I can actually. Maybe I might be able to post it for something for September. I don't know. Don't hold me on it. Right. Like I said, it's still getting penciled in, literally, or at least virtually penciled in. I'll have to see. I'm just kind of considering it and doing some of my own research on it and kind of thinking about it and actually like just thinking about it. So I unplugged my phone here. Well, I'm at 72%, so I should be good for a little bit of time. Oh yeah, that way I can see my display a little bit more. Just sitting in the shade right now, among some other things. And speak of shade, I'm really looking forward to the sunflowers growing a little bit taller. And you're probably like, why, CR? Because they make pretty good shade. It's like literally one of like 10 reasons why I grow them now, among some other reasons. I know, maybe in the future or whatever, if not this year or whatever, maybe next year or whatever, maybe I'll have a video why I grow sunflowers. It's been growing on me, not just the sunflowers, but my reasonings for it, as I see the potential in them more and more. But yeah, I mean, right now, mine are like, you know, basically like waist height right now. I mean, there's still like 9 more weeks left till September, give or take, so still lots of time for them to grow. to gather up some sunshine, to absorb some water, and do all that stuff that they do to grow. So I'm hoping to stock up on some B-roll for it to use for it, but because originally I was gonna shoot the video for this year, have it for this year, but I'm like, I want some B-roll in this. So I'm not. You won't see me just talking about it. As some example, some B-roll that I'll roll in. Or, what's up, Joseph? Look, I got some more people coming in. Yay! Yeah, they make good shit. Yeah. I see you, Iron Fires. What's up, Joseph? I got some more people coming in, like I usually say. So that's nice. Yeah, see now I got this big clouds covering the sun again, so I got some shade again. Feels nice. It's nice, you know. I'm just wearing pants and a long sleeve, kind of loose fitting shirt. Not too bad. I don't have to break out with any shorts yet. It's not that hot outside, but it depends what you're doing. All that stuff, right? If you got access to water and stuff like that, because usually if you're sweating, you're still good, but if you stop sweating in the heat, that's where it gets dangerous, serious, right? Among some other things. I've had a brief, minor experience with that in this one time. Because I decided to walk on the dark paved road in the middle of the day when it was like 90 Fahrenheit. yeah, I heard a couple things even during that brief route, a brief example of it, right? You're probably like, hey, Cedar, why do you do that? Or why do you subject yourself to that? So I get a sense of it. For the same reason why I do it in the wintertime and for the cold, during the summer I briefly do it just to get a sense of it, right? Just to understand these kind of things that are said about your extreme cold or extreme heat. Heat exhaustion, heat stroke to a greater extent and stuff like that, right? So that dizziness, confusion, not thinking straight, not sweating anymore or whatever, right? Headache. It's like, yeah, now I start to understand that a little bit more. So if I feel that way, I know maybe it's time to take a 5-minute break, right? Sit in the shade, drink some more water, right? Cool down, wet my forehead, wet my neck, use a bandana, or a cotton bandana, shamog, or whatever kind of system you want to use, right? If necessary, get into some AC, use a fan or whatever. But right now, I'm getting sun and mix of sun and cloud. I got a breeze out here. I just had, a cup of water earlier before I came outside here, and so I'm good for a little bit. You know what? Providing I don't step on things, I will show you something here. Providing my can. Come on, tripod. Hold still. Look. Oh, that's real. That's not CG. That's not computer generated greenery. It's the real green screen of the real world of Mother Nature's green screen. Yeah. I guess I'll just leak this out. Why not? Right? Maybe I'll have one. I don't know. We'll see. You could see some stuff in there. Among some other things I have. This is just a small 1 square foot section of it, of one bed. I got some other things growing, and of course the birds chirping around. I'm pretty sure that's crow I'm hearing. Pretty sure that's crow I'm hearing and stuff like that. So I'm really getting more and more into this gardening stuff a little bit more, applying the knowledge as much as possible. What's up, Bob? I see you there, Bobby. Appreciate you dropping by. yeah, like I said, this is the real deal, right? I kind of been enjoying doing this kind of stuff, right? But just like us, these plants, in time, no matter how tolerant they are to heat, or how little water they need at times, eventually need some form of liquid water in their system, right? Sorry, this fly was flying around in my face. I'm like, shoot, shoot. You're distracting me. But yeah, among some other things I have, right? Like over here, yeah, you can see a tomato right there. I've had to prune some of it down and stuff like that, so the leaves aren't touching the ground and stuff like that. Avoid, blight from the transmission from the ground, from the soil. That soil-borne thing, you know. The purpling of the leaves and all that stuff, right? But generally, the leaves are generally quite green, fairly dark green in color, if not light green in color and stuff like that. It's so nice out here. I feel like I could just do this whole live stream outside. Oh wait, I have been doing this live stream all outside. Anyway, you can see I got a lot of things just covering the ground, right? So the soil's not totally exposed, right? Like I said in my videos earlier in the springtime, earlier back in April and May, last month and the month before, cover the ground, right? Because you don't want the ground drying out too much, right? Preserve the moisture in the ground, right? Kind of that way the plants can access that water when it's needed, or when it's more sunny or warmer out, right? And stuff like that. So, yeah, there's a couple bare spots. They're way underneath now, alright? So the mulch layer that I had is not as necessary, but I do have some things just covering the ground randomly. Alright? So if I look at some of the stuff, I look underneath, it's just like there's some moisture underneath. Because the sunlight doesn't directly hit the soil. And it's warm enough now that the soil temperature is going to be warm enough anyways, obviously, right? It's June here, right? It was different in April, but, since I have the plants more developed and now the sunshine's coming up much, much more now, it provides some shade here, right? So right here it would be a lot cooler, right? Stuff like that. Some of the plants that need a little bit more shade at times can get a little shade. There's some moisture in the ground, in between the waterings that I do and all that stuff. So let's see where I'm at. As I move to another location here, I have my tripod here. Well, I got some other things growing amongst some other things, like there's a spot right here. Green stuff, things to consume, as in eat, or for the pollinators, or to help the soil itself, right? Amongst some other things. Been quite nice, actually. It's actually nice to see almost like a field of green. It's not grass green. There's a tomato right there, right? You can see in between the seed there's a flower developing in time. So that's gonna be awesome when that shows up. whenever that shows up, anyways, right? So I'm on schedule for it. So I might have my first fresh tomato of the season by this time next month. Hopefully. Hopefully. Alright. Let's sit back down. You know, I've been working on some other things too. You know, yeah, I get some garden space, some quote unquote in-ground beds or garden beds, right? But I'm actually trying out the container gardening too. Why not? Right now, seems like gardening has been sprouting my interest a lot more. You know, I got some containers in the distance. You know, by my door here. I can see them right now. I won't show them in this live stream / replay. Oh, and shout out to the replay gang if you're catching this, right? I appreciate it. And I appreciate everyone dropping by, you know, or recatching this or catching what they missed if they had to slip out early or whatever, or showing up late, right? But I'm trying to get out again because I was really impressed on some of the previous years that I tried it. So let's see if I can do it again. Was it a fluke or is it something I can actually do, right? With reproducible, repeatable results, right? As much as I can, you know. You know, like I said, I'm already getting flowers, obviously, like a lot of people out there, right? And some of the flowers are actually been spent already, right? So they were nice while they lasted. They were nice, right? But then there's other sets of flowers that I have or will have that kind of last for weeks at times, right? So it just depends for me. Some of the flowers are just kind of like a week, couple weeks, and other times I can get a flower going for like the whole month. You know, especially some sunflowers I'll eventually have. I probably won't see the flower head for like another 6 weeks. I don't see me getting that until like the 3rd or 4th week of August at the earliest. I'm pretty sure I'll see them by September, but it'll be a while. I would show you them, but there's not much to show except for the green on them right now. But they are growing nicely. Been able to give them some water, and of course they're absorbing the solar energy right now. You know, and converting all that stuff, interacting with the ground, its roots in the ground, you know, and growing its biomass into its structure and growing up nice and tall. We'll see how tall they get. I don't know. They'll definitely, I'm pretty sure by this time next month, like the end of July, they'll probably be like people tall. What I call people tall. Right? People tall, yeah, when they're like tall like people, right? Right now they're kind of that kind of waist height type of height. To give you guys a good indication of how the height of them right now, right? You know, they're branching out and their leaf structure quite nicely right now. They're doing quite well. And the leaves are like, you know, hand size or hand span size, if not larger now. So, because as the leaves get bigger, just like the difference between like a solar panel that's bigger can absorb more solar energy. Well, the bigger the leaf is, it can absorb much more solar energy to do that photosynthesis type of thing that the leaves do and stuff like that. Absorb more solar energy and stuff like that. You know, and convert that energy into all its biological needs and stuff like that. You know, especially if, you know, water is either provided or it rains or the mix of both. So, hey, it's Verna! How can I do, Verna? Look, it's Vay's place. It's Vay's place. Verna's here at CR's place. virtually anyways. Yeah. Nice to see you. I appreciate you dropping by. It's nice to see you. You get one of those virtual fist bumps by me. Yeah. So yeah, these containers I've been using, I'm just trying it out again, alright? Yeah, I see a little birdie. I get closer, but it'd probably fly away as soon as I get close enough. It's too far away to pick up my camera, but I can see it. It's just hobbling along on the grass I have here. Hey, it's actually coming a little bit closer to me. Oh, no, it's going away. Now it's going away. And it's hopping away. Wait, it's coming closer to me. Hey, you want to be on camera, birdie? No, never mind. It just flew away. I scared it away with my words. I didn't even walk towards it or like stand up because I'm sitting. Whatever. It's all good. Let me just double check my time here. Alright. It's about 10 minutes to the top of the hour. Oh, no, it landed back. It's like 10 feet away. 12 feet. 13. 14. And it's going away again. It's pecking at the ground. Trying to find something. It's just hopping along here. This is like, what? Scripted video. And it just flew away again. So yeah. But yeah, sometimes I'll see them around. You know, just around. I know sometimes I'll walk around the corner and just like I just see this like dozens of little birds just fly away because they've been like relaxing, you know. And what's roosting? I guess not roosting. Well, sitting around anyways, right? So yeah. Maybe they're trying to find some water or some food, obviously, right? They're kind of thing that they have to do. And I brought my tripod out. That way I don't have to hold the phone and I can keep the phone in the shade, including myself. Right. No need to exert too much right now. And this is just kind of my break from doing things earlier in the day. And like I said, I shot a video earlier too. It won't be out till like August. Well, late July. It won't be out for another month at the earliest. So I have some other content I want to show first. That I've shot like a month in advance. Including, you know, I have a shorts out for Canada Day. I got a video out for you for this Friday, tomorrow, the 27th. And on the 4th, right? So, and I'm working it all in amongst some other videos I've been attempting to work on. You know, I wrote this list of videos, ideas, and I swear I've only done like 60% of them. Like officially 60% of them, where it's uploaded and it's scheduled and or public, or it's already been publicly released. Just say the word. I've been creating content amongst some other things. You know, I'm doing my own things too, right? You know, other things. You know, I'm working on something else that I want to build. I want to show it in video. I have parts of it next to me, but I won't release too much information about it, just so for now. Gotta keep you guys in suspense. You know, make sure you want to watch the video. No spoilers here, because no one would like that. Yeah. No, I've been doing some other things, Myrna, like I said. Now, there's something else I have to do. I have to clean up something. Among some other things. What's up, man? What's up, PMP? See you in there? Don't keep us waiting, buddy. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, you'll see though. I mean, I packed a lot into the summer already of videos. Like I said, technically, even if I didn't show any more gardening videos for the rest this year, I'd still be good until September. Because I have content for the rest of this month, obviously, for tomorrow, Friday, July, August. I'm halfway through September. Technically, I have a video for November, technically. It's been post-dated, scheduled in advance, right? Stuff, right? That way I have some time. Because another thing is, doing this gardening stuff or whatever, since, well, there's a lot of effort I have to put into it at times, right? Do some water, whatever, right? Pruning up the tomato plants, whatever, right? Thinning out the seedlings, whatever, right? Because of all that stuff, having this buffer zone of videos helps me, right? So I don't have to be pressured or feel the pressure of having to release a video right away. I can take a little bit more time of it because just like in preparedness and prepping it in general, right? When you have this kind of buffer zone of supplies, resources, including the gear, skill, and knowledge, right? Well, you have more time. Or you can allocate more time. Lead time, for lack of a better word, right? Yeah, you get a virtual fist bump by me. Boom! I appreciate it. And yeah, see, I am making content. What, you don't think I didn't remember what that comment? Of course I do. I read all of the comments. I might not necessarily reply initially right away, but in time I will. And I do read them. So I get the notification for them, right? So I'm like, oh, I wonder what they said. I wonder what she said. I wonder what he said. I wonder what they said, right? Or whatever, right? Or did I get a reply from this channel? Ooh, look, I got a love heart. Ooh, someone likes my comment. Ooh, 5 people like my comment. Or whatever, right? And the occasional, I'm gonna leave a comment on a video through someone else's comment as a reply. I don't know why, and I just made that rhyme, but only this time. But yeah, I've been working on stuff. I posted something earlier on the Unique tab. I know one person gave me an idea. Oh, by the way, I already did it. I posted it after I already did it. I just wanted to see what people said in terms of input for it. I already did it beforehand because I actually had to. So, Verna, you've been wondering what I've been doing? That kind of stuff. Creating some content among some other things. You know what? Maybe I'll bring something over. Maybe I will bring something over. Maybe. Let's see. Maybe I will. Let's see. I have to stand up and go get it. And walk over and go get it, but whatever. Maybe I'll go get it in a little bit. We'll see. We'll see if I get motivated enough or you guys in the side chat persuade me enough to go get it. I can see it from here. Maybe if you sprout my interest. I'm willing to walk over there. The 20, 30 feet to go get it. Yeah. But yeah, on a serious note though, just doing what I can here, right? As much as possible, right? Doing. I was not about to say doing, as in do, D-U-E. Because I was thinking about inventory, and I've been doing a little bit of inventory. I do the inventory a little bit less during the summertime, because since it's nice outside, I do a lot more of the stuff outside, outdoor activities, right? But obviously during the winter time, when it's cold and rainy or whatever, I'll do that kind of indoor stuff or whatever, right? Among some other things I actually have to do at times. The regular things that average Jane or Joe or whatever person has to do at times, right? The chores, that kind of CR thing, right? You know, but then I have time to do the other CR things like create and content creation and all that stuff, right? Although I've been trying to actually make videos of this other stuff that I do and chime it in and see. There is one. I do have this other video that I recorded. It's already uploaded on the channel, right? You won't see it for like for at least another month. Hey, come on, Crow. I'm trying to do a live stream here. Can you give me like 5 minutes here? I'm just sitting on the top of this tree. It's so loud. I need crow noise cancellation. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Now you can crow away. You got a CR in it. It's good enough. Yeah. Are you done? What you done, V? You're going through your yarn, sorting it for all the projects I'm working on. Have it sorted and put in the proper places so I can go into more cleaning. Yeah. I got you. Right. You know, as a content creator, right? You gotta open up your stage for new things, right? When I say stage, I mean, you know, your desk or whatever, right? That space, right? It's obviously you need a space to record. You know, it's one thing, the talking head, using B-roll or whatever, right? But if you're actually showing a DIY, well, you need space to show it. Yeah, I know, right? See, the crow agrees with you. It's like, yeah, see, you're totally right, yeah. Nice, Verna, nice. And you know what's always funny? I always know it's the CR words. Ever since I started this channel, I've noticed it all a lot. But that's because I see it all the time. I'm just saying, alright? It's just the way it is, alright? Well, yeah, I know, right? No. She forgot about her CR vocabulary here, right? Right? You know, special vocabulary here. I should I'll even highlight it. Here we go. Let's see how big I can make it. Yeah, right. Let's put that right there. Yeah, see. Look, there's a mini CR in my CR. Verna needs more coffee. Alright, Verna. Yeah. No, generally I do too. Generally speaking, right? Sometimes at times it takes a little effort at times. Or it's tedious in terms of like I'm behind the camera, right? So I have this to give you guys a better camera angle or view of it. I'm in an awkward spot or standing in while I'm like doing some like sewing. I've done that before, right? Because I couldn't sit down while doing it, so I actually had to stand. So I'm like standing for 30 minutes sewing. Right? And just like, I'm like, oh, I want to sit or whatever. I'm like, wait. Let me finish this line of sewing, then I can cut the footage and edit the footage or splice it together, right? I've had to do that before just to give you folks out there the better camera view and all that stuff. Oh, yeah. Dang, it's already the top of an hour. Yeah, I guess we'll see how much longer I want to go. I mean, I'll wait for Verna to come back, please. I don't think she's making it from scratch all the way. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's not done instantly back with instant coffee, but she's probably warming it up or whatever, right? I might get myself a top give myself a second cup or pick me up. Keep going, among some other things. However, I do know that one thing's probably for certain. I will only go to the bottom now at the latest. Because I actually have to take care of stuff too. Although I love doing this live streaming stuff, I'm gonna do some other things too at times, right? Right? But I just wanted to do this live stream since I haven't done a live stream for like a month. It seemed like forever. Welcome back, WB. Hey, it's Howie. Hi, Howie. How are you doing? From the permaculture community. It's nice of you to drop by. Wow, Verna, you know I know that, right? It's because I haven't been able to get up in time. I mean, I cut the previous Saturday for a little bit of time. I managed to squeeze in some time on that. So yeah. Alright. You guys are lucky that Howie's here. You guys are lucky Howie's here. Show this again. Like literally again. Because I already showed it earlier. But since you guys are just dropping by. Yeah. My camera burned that tip over my stand. Yeah, see, real stuff. That's not a picture or CGI or computer generated. That's the real green screen, Mother Nature's green screen, the real deal. Yeah, I guess I'll leave this footage out. See what I did there? Yeah, see. Like, these are longer than your hand now. Yeah. It's not the only thing, Howie. It's not the only thing. This is just 1 square foot of it. Yes. Amongst some other things I have growing. I didn't really... It's because I'm trying not to sit in the sun right now with my camera. Because I know my phone will overheat in the sun. Leave it out there long enough. So that's why I'm not showing a long period of time of it. But we'll show you guys a brief sample of it, alright? To sprout your interest. Among some other things. And yeah, I appreciate it, Howie. And you get one of those virtual fist bumps by me. Yeah. No, like I said earlier before you dropped in, I was speaking this to Berna and some other people that were dropping in. I'm, the in-ground stuff or whatever, beds or whatever. I've been doing that for a while, but I'm kind of getting more into that container gardening. Or at least trying it out in a small scale for what it is. I don't mind it. I mean, yeah, I know a container, you gotta water it a little bit more frequently because there's less soil or mass in it, right? So, and it dries out faster. And stuff like that because it can't hold as much liquid water compared to like a garden bed, right? But aside from that, that kind of work. Relatively, I just give it a little bit of water, I'm good. Kind of deal, right? Make sure I don't overwater it and make sure it doesn't get too dry. Although, and stuff like that. The more sunny it is, then I'll give it some more water, right? If it's been cloudy for days and days, then maybe, every other day for water, for something like that, Like I can see the plants, they're over in the distance by my door here. Just things I've tried before. I think it's because the previous years that I've shown it really did sprout my interest in wanting to do it more. And now I just do it for fun. That part of it for fun, right? And it's like a science experiment, right? I'm just like, I want to see how it grows in one little pot, one little container. How big can it get? How big of a, all that stuff, right? Just for fun. Like you said before, Howie, it's mobile food, right? Or a mobile plant, right? It's in a container, it's not fixed into the ground, right? I can move it around, right? Stuff like that. In high winds, or if it's windier out, I can shelter it more in enclosed space or whatever, right? If it's getting too much rain or whatever, because it's raining hard, then I can move it somewhere else. If it's too sunny or whatever, I can move it into the shade, right? And stuff like that. Something I can't really do with something fixed in the ground. Hey, it's Colin. Hi, Colin. How are you doing? You get a virtual fist bump by me. Now, Colin here, Concade Outdoors, he knows what I was talking about earlier before he showed up because I spoke to him yesterday about this. He already knows about this. Don't say anything, Colin. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on that. I'm still working on it. Because I was bouncing some ideas off this guy. Just chatting with him, getting some creative input in it. But yeah, something I've been working on. I'm penciling it in. Like I said, I'm gonna see if I can work in this video for it. I'm gonna see. I'm just trying to figure it out myself and try to doing it, right? And see if I can present it as a video. It may, if it does show up, it will be for September. I want to plan it for September, but we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out. And we got Molly. Hi, Molly. Oh, clearly I can't exit the live stream yet because all these awesome people are dropping by now. I can't just end the live stream right that now, because like all the time. All right, everyone shows up at the last minute. I'm not just kidding. It's with an I, Verno. It's with an I. I mean, it's with an A. Sorry, did I just say that? Yeah. What he said. Hold on, listen. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta make sure my phone's charging. I gotta put some power back into it right here. This ant was crawling on me. Oh, come on. Alright, there we go. Yeah. I would say something, but I'm not. I didn't even say something. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. I was gonna say something that reminded me what Tyler said this one time. Mr. Wood said this one time, years and years ago, but I won't say that. It's near the time or place. It just reminds me of it. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna say it. That reminds me of it, though. Take care, Howie. Appreciate you dropping by. Man, I'm getting like more of these cloudy periods. If my phone's charging, but yeah, I'm getting these cloudy periods. Well, I wouldn't say cloudy periods, more like it's pretty much a mix of sun and cloud, really. The clouds aren't really gathered in like together, but they're big enough to cause shade. Like, they're not white and fluffy, they're kind of darker underneath, right? They're thick enough to cause shade, or to be dark, if that makes any sense. So they're not that white, fluffy, cloudy, insert word, cloudy word. Yeah, you know what I mean. Have a real good time. That's with 2 E's. Yeah. But yeah. I've just been working on stuff. Just getting things done as much as possible. Among some other things that I want to get done here. What's my time at? Yeah, okay. It's almost quarter after. It's like 11 after the hour right now. Let's see how long. I know for sure I will not be going longer past the bottom of the hour. We'll see. That is for sure. Well, I see that little bird coming back into my garden space again. And I'm alright with that. As long as they're not picking at the leaves, I'm good. They can pick at the ground. Or the soil. Or whatever. I just don't particularly like when they pick at the leaves, because they cause holes in them. But yeah, take care, Verna. So Colin, Molly, you both doing good, even though I just spoke to you like both you like literally like yesterday, the day before on a Wednesday, because it's a Thursday day. But yeah. Oh, now I'm getting some sun again. Yay. Actually, my phone here temporarily. Take my phone off this tripod real quick here. Swing my stand off. Hold on. Well, actually, Colin, I spoke to you yesterday afternoon. Technically, are we don't technically do that thing that like Cliff doesn't like us saying? Because technically, he hasn't said that for a while. Technically, right? I would show you guys what I'm doing, but I'm spinning the camera off the tripod, so. Oh. Luckily, I just grabbed it, or else my phone would have hit the ground and cement underneath, and that would have been bad. You would have heard me cursing, and then yeah, all that stuff. I got some solar lights charging out here. I'm gonna make sure to reposition them more into the sun here. Some of these solar lights I've been using for a while. They've been nice. Let's see here. Let's see. I'll show you guys. Let's see if I can show this. The sun's behind it, but whatever. We'll see how this turns out. See? Look. See? To sprout your interest. That's one of them right there. That's one of them right there. I wonder if I should give it some water. Maybe I should. It is quite warm outside. Maybe I should give it a little bit of water. Help it along. Yeah. Although this spot that I have them in is gonna get some shade soon, so I'll probably give them some water in a little bit after the stream, and it'll be good until the morning again. But yeah, I just, like I said, I'm just doing my own thing here lately. I've been kind of doing some other things, so like I've said to Colin and some other people, I haven't actually been able to drop by some of the live streams at times. I've been making some more time lately again, because I think during May I was doing all this gardening type of stuff and amongst some other things outside, so, and earlier in the month I was doing stuff, so. But now I have a little bit more time again, because now the garden's kind of more established, right? So I can take a little bit more time. I don't have to baby it as much, you know. I just pretty much give it some water. Our nature will offer in some sunshine like it is today. And maybe Mother Nature will offer in some rainwater, so I don't even have to do with the watering thing and all this stuff, right? And everything comes together, a nice balanced system of sunshine and water. No lollipops, but it's just as sweet. And I just made that all up. Yeah. Where am I at? Oh, it's already quarter after 16 after already. Let's see here. How's that walk? Take a look, yeah. Sunflowers are doing well. We're getting plenty of solar energy right now. So, because I've noticed about the sunflower is like, there's this, like it's in this adolescent type of stage right now, right? So it's beyond that baby stage kind of deal where it just sprouted, right? But it's not in that kind of more mature stage where it's like flowering, I guess, right? Where it wants to reproduce. I'll just say it like that, right? So it's in this adolescent stage right now. So all you have to do is give it some water. It's fairly good. The leaves are getting bigger on it, and like I said earlier, when the leaves get bigger on those, it has a tendency to grow faster. or it seems like it grows faster, because it can get just like a big solar array, right? The more solar panels you add into a solar array, the more power you get out of it, because the more surface area there is to gather solar energy in, right? In that same way, a sunflower is like that too. Well, I mean, other plants are like that too, but like a sunflower itself is like that, right? Because you'll see these almost triangle of leaves alternating, right? And almost fans out like a solar array, or nature's original solar array. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary. I better not get a copyright for this anniversary. I just made that up. But yeah, I'm just thinking of something, back in the Stone Age. Yeah. Did I just say that? Yeah, but yeah. I was going to check on some of these plants I have out here. Some of them are, I think I might actually have to harvest some of them. I'm trying to get some seeds off some of this stuff, so it's like kind of doing its flowering stage. But it's okay. It's okay. Since I have plenty of other ones to harvest from, I'll be okay. Because getting some seeds would be nice too. That way I can propagate this a little bit more if I want to. And have some seeds for the years and years to come. I mean, some of this stuff is like pretty tall for what it is. For what it is right now. Remember, we're just coming into the last week of June, right? There's still July and August. So, although this one's already entering in its flowering stage. I'm not talking about the sunflower, by the way. it'll still be in a month and a half, 6 weeks at least until the flowering stage starts. That's why I said that the sunflowers are in that adolescent stage right now. Kind of midway between sprouting and to its mature flowering stage, right? And once it reaches that flowering stage, you'll probably be at that stage for a good month, weeks, if not a full month, right? So, and hopefully I'll make a video out of that too. I plan to. I have to wait for that, and I can't increase the time because I can't speed up real time here. I have to wait. And that's if it gets to that stage, and if I don't do something stupid or something happens. Like this one year and this other year and this one year that I did that or overwatered it. The one I gave a name to someone and then I lost it because I overwatered it, that kind of thing. Yeah, sorry, Cece. That's the way it happened. Oh, I see a little bird taking a little drink of water here. I'd show you, but I know it's not fly off as soon as I get closer to it. I can see it. It's already flying off anyways. Take care, Colin. Appreciate you dropping by. And I think I will give this kind of a couple more minutes for this live stream. Besides, I'm charging my phone a little bit more. So I appreciate everybody dropping by. And hopefully I've sprouted your interest a little bit more. Gave you guys a quick sneak peek on a few things. Hell, you might not even see it in the video. Or if you do, you're not going to see it for a while. And if you do, it'll be different because it'll be more grown up. Or grown, or bigger, or brighter, or flowered, or anything like that. And remember, I appreciate everyone dropping by. Appreciate everyone that dropped by on that last video that I posted out, by the way. Which is quite funny. It's like, it was a flowering video, and all the comments were from, like, females. So, but that's alright. Maybe I'll put something for the males out there. I'll put some bushcrafting figure or something out there, some crafting video or something like that, maybe to sprout that kind of interest on it. And I'm just like, right after the stream, give some of my plants a little bit of water. Not the garden beds, but the container ones, right? Because I don't want them overly dried out, you know. Because right now they're sitting without shade, and they're in a container, right? And the container dries out faster compared to the little garden bed or a much bigger container. Just because there's just physically less water I can put in the system without having it being in wet feet, having wet feet, as they say, where the roots are overly just soggy, always in water. All right, because I gotta make sure there's some airflow through the soil too, right? See that balance of air, water, sunshine, and all that stuff. Once that all occurs, at times, the plant really will just do its own thing and generally grow very well for what it is. And so, everyone, go out there. Do something awesome. Do something creative. Put your mind, body, and soul into it. And, something awesome. And remember, things are going on out there, right? Things are changing out there. So we're going to have to adapt, adjust, compensate for it, right? Go practice some of that stuff out there. The best that you can, as much as you can. And for where you are, right? Even if it's just in your backyard to start with, right? Don't always necessarily have to be in the middle of nowhere to try something initially, right? Maybe you do it out in the bush later, for real. But, you try it in your backyard first. You try it first, whatever it is, right? Feather sticks, whatever, something like that, right? Gardening or whatever, right? You try container gardening or whatever, just try first, right? Learn from it. Learn from the mistakes. Learn the lessons that you learned from it. All right? Adapt that knowledge forward. Gain some skill out of it, right? Gain some knowledge out there. Not just by watching the videos. Not by just watching my videos, listening to the live stream, looking at a post, looking at some IG reel, some shorts, TikTok, community board post or whatever, right? But actually practice and apply the knowledge and skill in your own area, your own environment, to your own problems that you currently can have, whatever it is, right? Because that's how you learn. That's how you get better, right? That's how you grow. Be able to overcome something. Be able to adapt, right? Don't be stagnant, right? Or static, right? Be dynamic and keep flowing forward like a body of water, right? Like I said in that other video, right? This is not a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon, all right? Every drop of that metaphorical water counts, all right? No matter how small it is, because it all adds up in time. And everyone, have a good day. Until whenever I do a stream again, I don't know, maybe it'll be another month, I don't know, a couple weeks, whatever. Until my videos come out, whenever you see it, I appreciate everyone dropping by. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. And yeah. Now, here will be the last thing I say. Because it'll fit right into what I just said. Sky's the limit when it comes to creating. And that's not just a metaphor. And that's not CGI sky. That's the real thing. So reach for it. Reach and grab something. And make it part of you. Take care, everyone.